Hello friends and welcome to another Powered Arena Cube draft. My name is Cody Lee, and if you are new here, I upload a brand new draft video every single day. If that's something that interests you, I'd love to earn your subscription. I'm new here, I'm new to making content, but I'm getting better and I honestly am enjoying it quite a bit. So let's jump in and see what we've got going on here. I did just see Cheon do a sneak attack special. It was pretty sick, and it was honestly, it makes me want to play sneak attack here. Sneak attack is a 4-mana enchantment, pay a red, put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. It gains haste, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Just extremely strong. There's some good green in here, but I do think I'm just going to go with sneak attack. In sneak attack decks, you generally want to be like a control-ish style shell, like blue, red, black. Get through your whole deck. Maybe you're reanimating because you're sacrificing that creature at the beginning of the next end step. So then you can reanimate it next turn. You're generally wanting to ramp into sneak attack, so you want to be in that like blue-red shell. I would say being in blue-green would be fine as well, but blue-green, wow, red-green. But being in like red-white with sneak attack is not generally where you want to be. So let's take the sneak attack and let's see where it gets us. Ooh, we can follow that directly up with a counter spell. There's also a there's also a Croxed Titan of Death's Hunger, which is interesting to me, but honestly, the counterspell is probably the easiest thing to go with. There's also a Necromancy. Excuse me. But if we're gonna be in the like sneak attack deck, getting Necromancy for Reanimator, for being able to reanimate those things, would be very good as well. Um, that said, I do think when this enchantment enters, enchant creature put onto the field. It's also a graveyard, so generally very good. I think I'm going to take that. Counterspell might be the better card, honestly. Which, let's grab the counterspell. Let's do it. Counterspell is solid. Ooh, library. Thundering Falls, Retrofitter. There's a Xander's Lounge, and I think Xander's Lounge is probably exactly what we want. When you're being the sneak attack style deck, you're generally in Grixis. Red, blue, black. Then again, playing Loot would be really cool too. Snapcaster for counterspell and all of that. Nova Hellkite being able to come in. Dragon's Rage Channeler would be good. But Xander's Lounge just gives us all the fixing. Library of Alexandria is very good. Honestly, might be worth a pickup, but I think Xander's Lounge for the fixing is probably where we want to be. Gonna follow that up with a... There's a Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, a Fiery Islet, and an Elegy Acolyte. And also a Thirst for Discovery. Trinket Mage and Preordain are both interesting. There is also a Proving Ground, another Triome, which would give us access to green if we wanted to be like a giant 4-color deck. I don't think we do. We probably want to be pretty heavily in our 2 colors, blue and red, or blue and black. Thirst for Discovery is going to be pretty good for us, though. I think Elegy Acolyte's probably a better card just in general, though. Especially given what we've got going on. We're going to follow that up with Crabomination pretty easily here. I love Crabomination. I don't think many people love it, but it is just a fun card. If we weren't taking that, I think we'd be taking like Creeping Tar Pit here. But Crabomination being able to sneak attack in is, I mean, pretty dang good. The Creeping Tar Pit might be better. Let's grab the Creeping Tar Pit and fix up our land. I'm trying to change up the way that I'm drafting so that I can maybe get a little bit better at this. Equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that plus 1. Exile any number of other cards from your graveyard with 4 or more card types among them. I think I'm going to take the Deep Cavern Bats. Upheaval is interesting. but we're not looking at like the upheaval deck right now. Deep Cavern Bat gives us a little something here. Upheaval is interesting, but let's grab the Deep Cavern Bat. Steam Vents, Ghostfire Slice. There's a Fatal Push and a Triplicate Titan. So when this dies, it creates a bunch of things, which makes it really, really, really good with what we've got going on. There's also the Might Stone and the Meek Stone, which I think I'm going to grab this purely because this mana can't be spent on non-artifact spells. Ugh. Triplicate Titan is just good for the sneak attack, so I think I'm going to take that. Endstone. Enduring Curiosity is pretty good. Kolaghan's Command, Woe Strider would also be interesting. Yeah, I think Enduring Curiosity. We're sitting at like quite a few creatures so far. Endstone is interesting, but I think Enduring Curiosity, a flash creature that can draw some stuff. We're going to make sure we do take the lands. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it, then choose an artifact or creature, and yeah, we can do that. But let's grab the Gloom Lake Verge because we're gonna want the mana fixing. That's all. There's a Blood Crypt here. There's also a Kroxa. Like Kroxa's pretty interesting to me. It's just a discard effect though, so let's grab the land and have really good mana. Nova Hellkite, Giver of Runes, Ademi, and Sarah Paragon all coming around. I should probably be in the red deck, so this is probably incorrect, but we're going to grab this Nova Hellkite. There's a Figure of Destiny and a Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. I mean, we'll take a Jace. We're probably not going to play a Jace. We're going to put a Thalia on the sideboard. And put Jace on the sideboard too. I don't know if I like how this deck is looking right now. I'll be real. It's interesting. Yay, we will take the Nethergoyf. Maybe we will be like a blue, black, like down aggro-y kind of deck. I've not seen that really, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We're gonna follow that up with probably a Psychic Frog. Yeah, I was like double check that there's no power. There is an Underworld Breach. There's a Preacher of the Schism. And a Gobin. I do want Gobin. Let's be real. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less whenever you discard, but Psychic Frog is just extremely strong, especially if you're doing anything in the Reanimator style. So we're gonna take that. Yeah. I'm trying to think, and I'm like, what else would I take from here? And honestly, probably lands. Like, always take lands. This Scalding Tarn, Misty Rainforest even, Thieving Skydiver, probably Scalding Tarn or Thieving Skydiver. But we're going to take the Psychic Frog and be happy with it. Portal to Phyrexia. Ooh, there's a Karn Scion of Urza. There's a Thoughtseize, though, and Thoughtseize is pretty dang good. There's a Hull Breacher. So if an opponent would draw a card except the first one they draw in each of their steps, instead you create a treasure token. That's just insane. So we're going to take Hull Breacher. Ooh, a Virtue of Persistence gives us a little bit of removal. Like that. Right now, the sneak attack is not doing a ton for us. So I'm not sure if there's a benefit there. Like, Triplicate Titan is good to get in with sneak attack, but we're not sneaking in most of the other things. So, like, maybe we drop the sneak attack. Hull Breacher does make us want to have a couple of draw 7s, though. Virtue of Persist. These Virtue cards are really just some of my favorites. I'll be real. Is there like a Virtue of Growth or something like that? Like there has to be a blue and a green Virtue. Maybe that's something I should look up. Oh, do I want the Coalition Relic or do I want the Bitter Triumph? As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card or pay 3 life. I think I want the Bitter Triumph, but passing Coalition Relic seems just not correct. Yeah, we're going to take the Coalition Relic. Passing Bitter Triumph there feels kind of bad. There's an Inquisition and a 3 steps ahead, though. So let's take the 3 steps ahead is pretty dang good. Inquisition comes down earlier, and we did pass Thoughtseize already, so maybe we do need the Inquisition. Yeah, I'm going to take the Inquisition. Phantasmal, there's a Spell Pierce and an Undercity Sewers. Honestly, the Fear of Missing Out is probably the best card for us here. Undercity Sewers fixing our mana. Let's fix the mana. Valky. Some Batter Skull, which is interesting, but I think we're going to take the Valky here. Ooh, there's an Ulamog, and a Sleight of Hand, and a Wasteland, and a Bone Shards. So whenever you cast a spell, exile 2 cards. Defending player exiles the top 20 cards. Torsten, when this enters, reveal, blah, 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 blah. I think Sleight of Hand's what we're going to take. Sacrifice a creature or discard a card. Yeah, let's take the Sleight of Hand. Let's take the Gobin. Underworld Breach coming around is kind of crazy. But yeah, we're going to take the Gobin here. We'll take the Karn. Lewis Pompous Pillager. Murderous Cut. Yeah, right now we're not playing those cards. Ketria Triome is a blue-red land, but Lightning Greaves gives us some stuff. So maybe we take Lightning Greaves. 10-8. We got 2 artifacts in here, so Karn is really going off for us. Spell Pierce. Virtue comes down here. Ancestral Recall. That's what we're looking for. That's a good one for us. Kind of sad that we don't have a Snapcaster Mage now, though. If we weren't taking Ancestral Recall, probably Soul Cauldron. But yeah, Ancestral Recall's not real close. Oh, a Johnny and Ocelot Pride in here, and it's crazy. Expressive Iteration's probably the strongest card. Toxic Deluge is very strong. And I think it's probably what we need. We're pretty heavily blue-black, and I don't... like, we're pretty, like, almost aggro-y blue-black. Underground Sea. There's also a Miscalc. And a Duress. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. I think we do want that. Yeah, let's grab the Miscalc. Confluence, Jadar, Wishclaw, some red stuff. I think we're going to take the Mystic Confluence and we're going to probably look at cutting the red. Yeah, Overlord of the Bailmark. 10, 13. I'll keep the red sources just so that I can like play the other side of Valky. Coalition Relic allows it. Hull Breacher will give me a whatever. This is an interesting little deck here. I don't know if this is good or not. Stoneforge, there's a gut. I think I'm just gonna take Sorin. Yeah, I don't think we're trying to gut, honestly. We might Unburial Rights, but not really. Yeah, I don't think we're Unburial Rightsing, if I'm being honest. We're gonna take it. We could still sneak attack with Woodfall Primus and Triplicate Titan with Overlord of the Bailmark and stuff like that. So we do have that option, but I'm going to take the... Ooh, and then Knight's Whisper is good. Drop that Unburial Rights. Damn. So Damn is a good removal spell, but we're never going to be able to overload it. So let's take the Graveyard Hate. Ocelot Pride came around. That's crazy. Ooh. We'll take the land, because lands are always going to be good. And we need to make 2 cuts already. Coalition Relic's probably gone. I'll be real. Jadar. At the beginning of your end step, if you control no creatures. Yeah, sure. Jadar is not going to be played, though. Gobin is fine. You make 1 cut. What cut do I make? Is it something like Nethergoyf? Yeah, I think it's Nethergoyf. It's just a 1 mana thing that doesn't do a whole bunch. You know? Alright. We're going to keep. We're going to leave Psychic Frog on top.
Oh, how am I supposed to focus on only one project?
If I get dazed. Nice. Okay, cool. That's sad. A Mana Vault. Shit. Endstone, Kappa Cannoneer, and 3 Swamps. Okay. Wow. Ugh. Yeah, this is not good for me. I think I'm gonna lose this one. Not having lands. Unlucky. And him getting a threat down that does something before. Like, this is just gonna allow him to continuously gain card advantage, and I got nothing for it. Gosh. Just extra cards galore. Yeah, we're gonna concede that one. To me, it was a good card, especially when I don't have any type of removal for it. And this is why I wanted that Bitter Triumph. I'm gonna be upset about that Bitter Triumph. It's gonna haunt me, that Bitter Triumph, I feel like. So, okay, we're gonna keep this. This is the goal, is to get something down that does something early. The thing is, I've got the lands and they've got nothing down. We've got answers. We've got things to do. So this is what we're good with. The thing in the previous game that we need to recognize is that they landed a threat. And so that threat that they landed gave them infinite value on a stalled board state that I could do actually nothing about. And that infinite value is very, very difficult to deal with. I don't have any removal in hand, so I don't really want to play out like Overlord right now. I'd rather hold up Spell Pierce or Miscalculation for this. I don't want to deal with Gobin. We're going to play this first before we play one of these. Psychic Frog, Arc. Ooh, so we're going to have to take Harvester. There's a Narset in there and a Psychic Frog. So I can't counter that with Spell Pierce. He goes for Narset next turn. There's no reason to play this. We can just play the untapped land. Okay. Badlands. Still going for Psychic Frog? Okay. Impending. How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's grab that whole breacher. I have that undertapped. Exile 3 cards. It could get flying. No tax. Remove that counter. Whenever the creature deals combat damage to a player, yeah, we're gonna just block it. What you gonna do about that block, friend? They've got a lot of thoughts about this, apparently. I'm gonna draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. I wonder what they got going on in those 2 cards. Like, these don't do anything right now. Going to end my turn. Yes, you get to go in. So timid they play. Although, I do wish I were the one with the... Yeah, and they were just holding onto that land that whole time? I'm a little confused by that. I left it on top. So, how do I want to do this? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I want to just Toxic Deluge for 9. I'm just going to get rid of this. You just going to let this time out, friend? No, they're going to time out? I'm just so confused. Does that time out and just like let it happen, or do I win? And now do I need to like wait for their timer to go? Because I feel like they probably left. Like, is that what's going on here? Ooh, well, we shall see. Listen to the beautiful ASMR of my voice as I read to you alive from... well, I don't got anything to read right now. Oh, they're back. Sure. Nice. So next turn, Overlord's gonna come in. I also have Virtue of Persistence, which I will begin to start landing. Nice Mind Twist, though. Yeah, now I've got a 5/5. We're gonna have like a showdown here in a second. Do I counterspell that? I let that happen, I think. Because it's not a removal for my Overlord of the Bailmark. Sure. They're like hard out of time over there, which is just kind of crazy. When this permanent enters or attacks, mill 4 cards, then return a non-avatar creature card or a planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Next, move to blockers. There is that. So we're going to pop this. Show me the hand, friend. You got a Tendrils? Cool. Give me that Harvester. I'm going to play this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. End turn. So I have enough for Hull Breacher and Counterspell. That's what I want. Thing is, they only have 2 blue mana. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Sure. Enjoy your Wishclaw Talisman, such that you give me the power. Although Kaiso Chu is deciding to take 15 million years to make a decision, peace be to you and those you know. I will take a damage. Yes. Ouch. I'm just kind of like waiting, my friend. You got your Wish Claw card. I think they're trying to find a way to like tendrils me out right now. They got to do a lot of thinking because they're playing the Storm deck. I think I understand it now. They've got tendrils, so. He might have a line. I'm only at 8 life. I am pretty low. He needs to get up to 4 spells, though, and I don't think he has that capability. So I'm going to hit that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go up to 5 life, and I'm not going to give him Wish Claw Talisman. The thing is, this is going to give me back Valky, which is really good. Deep Cavern Bat is also going to get me up to 11. Which will put me out a 5 spell lethal. Ooh. I'm going to counterspell that because I'm going to be able to get my, whatchamacallit, my Valky back. He spent 6 life on it. Good game. Heck yeah. They, our opponent spent a lot of time thinking about Storm there. They were trying to do some very complicated thing. Fiery Covenant's a very strong card though. Now, this is a great hand. We got 2 tap lands, which is a little bit annoying. We're gonna keep this though. Ooh. Yeah. We got a Psychic Frog. Do I want to discard 2 cards and then give this flying? No, not really. They're out of lands, so I'm kind of here for that. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna play Hole Breacher. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make him have something. He's gonna do that in response. That resolves. And I'm gonna use that token to Inquisition him. Abhorrent Oculus, Displacer, Chandra Torch, Defiance. Get rid of that Mox Diamond. And turn. Yeah. Mox Diamond lets him cast the Chandra or the Gold Span. Only 1 red mana. The Displacer Kitten resolves. So I want to get in with this. What you gonna do here? What you gonna do with all that cards? We got another thinker. I think I'm gonna tap Lin and Gobin. Yeah. That is not. Whenever one of our creatures you control, yeah. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna Gobin. We're gonna end turn. You got a Displacer Kitty, 2 lands. Ah, one of them's a red. Alright, fair, fair, fair. You gonna play the Gold Span or you gonna play the Chandra? I think you have to play a Chandra and probably kill a Hull Breacher. You gonna take 2 from the Ancient Tomb too? Yeah, Chandra. Results. They can technically Chandra and Goldspan, I guess?
Let's do this. This'll be easy.
Okay, sure. Um, return target creature to its owner's hand. Return that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four. One. That's 5. 6. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good game. Frog's really good. Secret lethal. you know, like the Avatar Secret Tunnel. That's coming out. Like, I think the pre-release is today. I think I'm going to my first pre-release event, so it should be a good time. Are you guys going to a pre-release? Are you guys having events? If you are, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know how your events go. If you win, lose, have a good time, have a poor time. We're going to keep this. Put one into your hand, the other on the bottom. Give me the land. Gobin. Don't kill my Gobin. Valky, let's look. Sneak attack. Oh my goodness. Right now he can't sneak attack the World Spine Worm, right? Huh. I'm not going to be choose a creature card exiled with Valky. And they drew it. Ugh. Gonna shuffle. I believe in your ability to shuffle. My turn. We're gonna play an Enduring Curiosity. So that we can draw a bunch of cards. End turn. So next turn we can start holding up counter spells and crap like that. Them landing the sneak attack is a little bit scary. What you gotta sneak in? An Abhorrent Oculus? Oh, Crabomination. What was the exile over there? Sleight of hand. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got him for 8, and I've got a counter spell. I've got a return to hand. I've got a cut. Okay. You may put a creature. Sure. We are going to murders, cut that. Isn't it 3? I should have let him block first. That's my bad. Actually, that's super my bad. Two, three. Give me this. Sacrifice that. Don't have anything, please. I beg you. There's that swamp. On their second main phase, they can't kill me this turn, so there's that. You got it. Oh my gosh, actually. Discard a card. Soul Guide Lantern, sure. Two cards. I'm at 14 life. I've got no blockers. I've got nothing. We might have been playing this fast and loose. Wow. Does that do it? That's really sucky. Damn. Well, that happens. I think I probably played that a little bit incorrectly at a few different points, but dang. They had a really good couple of draws, and that's kind of what you got to do. If you're going to win, you got to win lucky. We're going to keep this. It's not my favorite, but counterspell that. Play a Sorin. Maybe they try to play like a 4-drop Planeswalker and I can spell pierce it. No, just something that deals 4 damage actually perfectly. Oh, Sarah Paragon. One, two, three, 4, 5. A flash. Actually, good game. You got me, Mr. America Ephemerate with these cards. Not a bad one. I didn't really like our draft there, I'll be real. It's not my favorite. I think I'm probably going to try to do an aggro deck next time. But let's go open that Forgotten Realms pack. I don't think I've opened Forgotten Realms yet. Oof. Only a rare. All firsts. And a flump. Love that for us. And a call time pack. Nice, and a Cyclone Summoner. Not bad. But hey, not a bad run. Not a bad game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I get to see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a good pre-release. Talk to you then.